The series Tips and Strategies. Presentation 3. Strategies for Young Learners. A unique feature of Smiles is that it targets a young age group of learners. This requires special attention to certain aspects of teaching the program. There are 7 points that will be discussed in this presentation that relate specifically to teaching such a young age group of learners. 1. Design each learning session as a series of short learning activities that vary in nature, pace, and location. 2. Provide comparisons and references to clarify meaning. 3. Enrich the learning experience with audiovisual aids and classroom models. 4. Act out and physically demonstrate words and concepts. 5. Provide context in the form of meaningful sentences. 6. Integrate across subjects when the opportunities arise. 7. Use motivation to keep students engaged in the learning process. Point 1. Design each learning session as a series of short learning activities that vary in nature, pace, and location. This age group of learners has a short attention span, and they are quite energetic. So here are a few tips. Vary the nature and pace of activities that follow one another. Design learning activities to vary in duration, but not to extend beyond 20 minutes. Assign each activity in a different location so that students have to actually get up and move around. Allow students to take a short break between activities or a group of activities. And make the transition between activities lively. Students can skip, hop, or even dance to the next location. Establishing daily routines is important. This permits students to get accustomed to where and what they should go and do, lessening undue delays in the flow of the lesson. Point 2. Provide comparisons and references to clarify meaning. Young learners in this age group have limited knowledge and experience, against which they can compare or to which they may refer when learning new words or trying to understand new concepts. After all, learning is a process by which we build associations, new ideas linked to older ones. Comparisons can be provided in the form of antonym pairs. Understanding the meaning of on is better understood when compared to off. Up versus down, and long versus short. Introduce new vocabulary words as pairs of words related by function. For example, the function that relates an anchor to a ship, or a button to a shirt, or a nail and a hammer. Making these associations helps students understand the meaning of words better. Words can also be grouped related by category. For example, water transportation vehicles. Relating ship to boat to raft helps the student better understand the meaning of each, particularly when they're compared to each other. This also applies to verbs, such as skip, hop, and jump. They're related, but they're different. Introducing them together or comparing them helps students better differentiate between the 3 words. Point 3. Enrich the learning experience with audiovisual aids and classroom models. Although the program consistently pairs illustrations with words to provide the visual cues required for vocabulary, this may not be enough. The learning experience can be further enriched with audiovisual aids such as short videos and physical models that can be displayed in the classroom. For example, use a corner of the classroom to set up a model display for words encountered during the course of the program, such as models of animals, fruits and vegetables, and transportation vehicles. Objects on display can also be labeled for reference. Point 4. Act out and physically demonstrate words and concepts. Acting out words is a powerful learning tool and is quite engaging for young learners. Allow students to perform the action and to demonstrate the use of prepositions and adverbs. For example, acting out walking forward and walking backward better illustrates for the student the meaning of either. Act out standing in front or standing behind, or jumping over and rolling under. Point 5. Provide context in the form of meaningful sentences. Using a word in one or more sentences provides young learners with a wider perspective and therefore a deeper grasp of the meaning. A meaningful sentence should provide insight into the meaning of the intended word. Let's say, for example, the word elephant. Assuming the child has never seen an elephant, the first sentence, "I saw an elephant at the zoo," is less helpful in demonstrating the meaning of what an elephant is, as compared to the second sentence, "An elephant has a long trunk for a nose." However, the use of both sentences together provides a wider perspective and a better grasp of the meaning. An elephant has a long trunk for a nose and is an animal that can be found at a zoo. Point 6. Integrate across subjects when the opportunity presents itself. Integration is not usually easy to do, but when opportunities arise during the course of the program, try to integrate with science, social studies, and mathematics. This helps enrich the learning process. Point 7. Use motivation to keep students engaged in the learning process. Recognition plays an important role in motivation. While it is important to recognize achievement, effort must not be overlooked, because underlying all achievement is effort. The primary goal of motivation is to sustain the effort required for the achievement. Here are some ideas for recognition. Display boards. Display in the classroom or hallway the work of the whole class. For example, a storyboard on which student stories are posted. Students get to see their work displayed and take pride in it. Certificates of completion or certificates of achievement. Certificates of completion award each student a certificate for completing a lesson. This awards effort. Certificates of achievement, such as best reader, fastest reader, great speller, and others, provide recognition of exceptional achievement. Rewards for effort or rewards for achievement can also be provided in the form of stars. Silver stars for effort, gold stars for achievement. Ceremonies or parties can also be held to celebrate as a class the completion of a major assignment or a portion of the program. Empowerment is also a great motivator. Assign students with responsibilities. Allow students to volunteer for classroom jobs. And when possible, include students in the decision-making process. Here are some ideas where students can participate in the decision-making, such as selecting the theme color of classroom displays, or choosing the order of activities for group work. And lastly, They can be allowed to choose their own groups and partners if the activity permits. This concludes the third presentation of this series. The following presentation is titled The Power of Repetition.